Hi guys and welcome to another live. Now I'm doing it on the phone as a walk around video because unfortunately after 4 attempts to get live it just did not work in spite of me having 2 internet connections as well. Anyways, let's stop clipping about the internet. Let's be positive. It's a Saturday. It says V8 bi-turbo 4matic plus because it's got 8 cylinders, it's got twin turbos and it's got 4-wheel drive as well. AMG wheels look really nice. It has got carbon ceramic brakes. Yeah, that's right, carbon ceramic. Okay, it's chipped off a little bit here, but the wheels are absolutely sensational. The tire size happens to be a 265 35 20. You know all that and more. Why am I even talking about it? I mean, if you haven't seen the video of my Mercedes E63 AMG, then yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen my video of the Mercedes E63 AMG, well, you can just search and find it. What's different about this car? Well, this is more powerful, has better downforce as well. Why is it more powerful? Can you see that AMG sticker? Well, that actually increases the power of this car by around 10%. And this is actually not based on the long wheelbase version of the E-Class. It's based on the short wheelbase version of the E-Class. Obviously, you need to have a short wheelbase version of a sports car just to make it more agile. Meanwhile, here at the rear, you've got this AMG sticker, which actually increases the downforce of this car so much that you don't need a proper wing spoiler like we have on the Motorbeam Project car. You just have a subtle lip spoiler, says AMG here. And it's got quad exhaust. It cracks, it pops, it does all of that and more. And you know what? How much power it produces? Produces in excess of 600 horsepower, 850 newton meters of torque. Absolutely fries. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 3.4 seconds. Top speed limited to 250 kilometers per hour. Pay Mercedes some money, and they will be happy to increase the top speed to 305 kilometers per hour with the AMG driver's pack. I don't understand, when you pay so much for a car, why do you even have to do that? Anyways, let's quickly get inside. And the seats are lovely. Look at those seats, beautiful. And not only beautiful, I mean, they support you a lot. Under thigh support is never an issue because, you know, press a button, you can increase or decrease the under thigh support as well. Rear seat, well, it has decent amount of space, but not the place you would want to sit, because this is the place to sit in the driver's seat. And it says AMG right there. When you turn on music system, this actually rotates, and these are actually the controls for the seat functions as well as for heating and cooling as well. Now, a lot of buttons here as well. Now, this button is the most important button in this car, more important than the engine, because this actually lifts the nose of the vehicle so you can go through speed breakers without any issue whatsoever. Let's turn on the car right away, should we? Here we go. There it rose to life, says AMG, just in case you forget that you're going to wet your pants any moment. And a lot of controls here as well. This is for the exhaust. So turn this on and it will become even louder. And you know, this is for the suspension, this is for manual mode, this is for dynamic select, this is for traction control. I'm going to show you quickly how to activate drift mode on this car, which means that first and foremost, you get into race mode. There we are into race mode. Then we get into manual mode. We are in manual mode. It says M. And then we turn off traction control. Traction control off. Now we have to press both the paddles together. Can you hold the camera once for me?
Sure.
Yeah. Hold both the paddles together. And it says drift mode, paddle up to confirm, paddle down, and there drift mode is active, which means that it is just gonna go mad. It is deactivated front wheel drive. It's rear wheel drive only with traction control off. Okay, we need to cancel that, which means we're gonna get out of, okay, drift mode cancel. We get into comfort mode. Air conditioning making a lot of noise, so we're gonna turn that off as well. And I mean, the car is amazing. It's mind-boggling. It's awesome. In fact, okay, these speakers also come in and go out. Okay. Yeah, sorry for that poor sound. I don't know what that was, but that was something which was playing on the radio. Now I've turned it off. There it goes back in. That's so cool, isn't it? Burmester sound system. Obviously, this is a Mercedes. And you get a flat bottom steering wheel as well. Sunroof. I mean, all creature comforts, but you don't care about that. You only care about the driving experience, because OMG, AMG, what a car. But since I've already spoken about this car so many times, like a million times and plus one. Okay, where are we? Can you see, guys see me? Yeah. So since we've already spoken about this car a million times and more, today we're going to be talking something different, because I have with me Pradyumna. This is how you pronounce your name?
Yeah, Pradyumna. Hi.
Pradyumna.
Hi,
you have
guys.
to talk really loudly because we're not on a mic.
Yep.
And he has done internship at Motorbeam, and he's actually an intern at Motorbeam right now. How many months, years?
It's been 1 year since
1 year.
last November.
Since 1 year he's been doing internship. So I'm going to keep it really very crisp today with him, because I already shot a very embarrassing video with him today morning where I placed the camera in the center and asked him random questions, and he didn't realize that the camera was rolling. So that is going to come uncut, obviously. If we're going to discuss acne, we're going to... Anyways,
You're not going to put it on YouTube.
Yeah, sue me. Anyways, quick question which everybody wants to know.
Sure.
How do you get internship in a automobile media company? I mean,
well,
or rather, let's make it very simple. How has been your experience till date? Because that question you've already answered in the video which we already did. So just tell us that how has been your experience. Did you have fun?
The experience has been a lot of fun. So I used to write partial reviews of cars, and then I used to send it over to him and he used to publish it. So it was just good writing about cars because that's what I've been doing since a long time, and internship has provided me like a formal platform to present my love for cars.
Well, that is great, and obviously we can discuss a lot more with him right now, but I've already done like a 10-minute plus video with him, so we're going to
Which
keep it
you're
very...
not posting.
Which I will definitely post. I can't
No.
find... Why can't I find the engine? Anyways, so that's going to come really soon. In fact, a lot of vlogs are coming. Bentley Continental Flying Spur is coming tomorrow, I believe. And why am I driving the Mercedes again? Actually, I was supposed to drive the G-Wagon. Okay, I'll tell all of that and more in the video which I've done of this car as well. Say as well so many times now, I really need to work on my vocabulary. Anyways, here is the car, and I know all of you like open the engine bay, so that's what we're going to do right away. And there is the Mercedes-AMG engine. OMG, I've said it so many times. Handcrafted. It is so hot. This motor is super hot. Okay, there is the air intake of the vehicle, and doesn't it look mind-boggling? It does. Okay, and I'm sorry to say this, but I actually like the E63 more than the M5. How, why, when did that happen? Well, I'll tell you what, the M5 has more emotion. The E63 is better in terms of handling, ride, performance, feel and sound, stability, all those things. M5 feels a little hairy and nervy at higher speeds, but you know, it feels lighter somehow. It has more punch lower down, so it doesn't feel turbocharged at all. The Mercedes, it has a lag, which is like the silence before the storm. So it's very difficult to choose between both the cars. But the good news is that the M5 competition is on its way to India. I mean, it is launched in India, but the car which I'm going to get to drive is on the way to India, along with I think an M8 competition as well. So then we have to call the E63 again and do a back-to-back comparison to find out. The car really flies. Okay, you left foot on the brake, right foot on the accelerator, says race start, obviously in race mode. Build pressure, leave, bang, it goes like an absolute maniac. I'll show it to you in the video which I'm going to do really soon. So back to the car. Really hot, isn't it? Anyways, guys, I'm keeping this really brief today because intern is here and I want to take him around in the car. We went for a few drives in the morning. You should have seen the reaction on his face. He absolutely freaked out. In fact, he's telling me, you know what, can you lift off right now? And I'm like, oh sure, why not? And the lights are so beautiful as well. Just look at the attention to detail on these cars, mind-boggling. But there's no space as such at the rear, and if you think the space is not at the rear, wait till you see the boot as well. Okay, this is the boot of the Mercedes, and it's got a space saver here, which means that you really can't keep much in the boot. But the good thing is you can recline the seat like this. You pull this button here and you can recline the seat to increase the boot carrying capacity as well. Press this button, yeah, that closes. That's also super cool. So I want to know, guys, what kind of videos you want to see, specifically speaking about. You want to see comparisons. Like, I know most of you are waiting for the Seltos. I have good news. It's going to happen really soon. So I'm going to start with the diesel manual, then probably we're going to do the DCT, and then we're going to do maybe, okay, I'll try and do as many as possible. Let's close the hood. It's light. It's so freaking light, but it's so freaking hot. Do you like the color scheme of the car? I know, it looks absolutely dope, doesn't it? And I don't know why they have the AMG sticker on the top. Yeah, it does make it increase the power. Look at the bumper as well. Yes, that is the level of attention to detail on this car. Every time I drive it, I realize that why do we need supercars with 2 doors and low practicality when you can get something as cool and as vivid as this? Isn't that awesome? Check this out. Okay, it's got rear parking sensors, obviously. It's got a rear camera as well. That is the towing hook, and the rear camera has really like great visibility. In fact, it has got a 360-degree parking camera as well. Yeah, the parking camera is placed here below. There is the camera on the outside rear view mirror, so it gives you a nice view of what's around you. Helps when you park the car. Although the car is not really big in size, but still, why wouldn't you need one? Okay, let's see the tires. That's the front tire. Let's see the rear tire as well. Now, the rear tire happens to be bigger in size. It's a 295/30/20. In fact, the profile is so low that people are like wondering that does it even have air? Yeah, it has got tire pressure monitoring system. Look at the size of the tire. that's big Pirelli rubber. So obviously it's got tire pressure monitoring system, and tire pressure monitoring system told me that the air is less in the vehicle. That's the reason I went and filled air. So guys, thank you so much for tuning into this live session. I'm sweating a lot right now, but finally we were able to make a video. Internet connection really ruined it today for the live, but we'll be back next week with another sexy car. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye bye, take care, and love you all.